Hi everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company. Take a look at this quilt behind me. Isn't this gorgeous? I love this fabric. I love the blue and white, you know that, and the addition of the pinks and the peaches are just gorgeous to me. So this fabric line is called Midnight Rose, and it's Gabrielle Neal Design Studio for Riley Blake. And it's just, I really do like this fabric line. So to make this quilt, what you're gonna need is one packet of 10-inch squares and of print and one packet of 10-inch squares of a background. You're going to need 3/4 of a yard of background for this first inner border out here. And for your outer border, this is a nice big 6-inch border, and you're going to need 1 3/4 yards. For the backing, this is a pretty big quilt, so you're going to need 5 3/4 yards. So this backing is darling. It's a really cute light blue. You're going to need 5 3/4 yards for that, or if you want to use one big piece of 108, you're going to need 3 yards. It's going to make a quilt that's 79 by 95, so this is a pretty good size quilt. Okay, this is a half square triangle quilt, and because they're little hooks, see these little hooks right here? I'm calling it hooked on half square triangles because you guys know I love half square triangles. So to make this one, we're using the Easy 8 method. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to stack 2 pieces together. We've got our printed piece and our solid piece, and I'm going to draw the line going both directions. You can see that I've done this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew 1/4 inch from the line on both sides, both lines. So take a look at this one. I've already done this one right here. So you can see that I've stitched 1/4 inch from the line on both sides. Then we're going to cut this. Now we're going to cut this 4 times, and first we're going to cut it. Just lay our 5-inch ruler on the side. It should go right through the center of that X, and we're going to cut it straight that way. Keep your fabric together, and we're going to cut it straight this way. And then we're going to cut it on the lines. So I'm going to go this way and lay it right on my line, and then I'm going to lay my ruler this way. Oh, move my little pen out of the way. And this is going to give us 8 squares. And 8 squares is enough for 2 blocks. So now we've got these squares all pretty like this. And what we're going to do is we are going to square them all up to size. So I'm going to lay these right here. I'm going to lay put my stitch line on their stitch line and trim around it, and look at that. I mean, these are just like nearly perfect. We really don't need hardly to trim this at all. Look at that. Look at that waist right there. That's pretty good right there. So you're going to do this to all 8 of yours. Make sure that they're all the same size. And you can use any method of squaring you like. I'm using the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer because I like that one. Makes sense in my brain, but do whatever makes sense in your brain. All right, so you're going to go ahead and do this to all of yours. Now, I have some here that are already done. These right here. And basically, I want to show you how to put these together because one goes one way and one goes the other. Now, we're making a hook that goes like this. And then we're going to make the hook where we turn those, and the white becomes the hook and the color becomes the background. And that's what makes this quilt so much fun. So basically, to form the hook, what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 of these together, and they're going to come right together like this to form a hook. And this last piece out here, let me make sure I get this exactly right. This last piece is going to go like this. Now, this is one of those blocks, you know, it's like if you know me at all, like with pinwheels or anything, I have to actually finish my block, sit it right there, and make them all just like that because I just get lost making them. All right, so this is our first block. Now, our second block is going to be just the opposite. It's going to be like this. Well, actually, let me show the one that's the same color so you can see the difference. So here's the one with the white hook, and the blue hook. So this is all from the same Easy 8 block. And we're going to make those as well. So we're going to go white in on 3 sides like this. White, white, white. And yes, I have to say that every time. and white like this. So now we have the orange hook and we have the white hook. Then we're just going to sew these together like a 4-patch. So I'm going to lay these two on top of each other like this, and these two like this, and we're going to sew them together. So we're going to sew 1/4 inch right down the side of these. And once you get going on these, this is an easy block to chain piece. And I'm just going to lay these right here. And then I'm going to slide this one in. Okay, so let's see how we got these now. Now we have to remember, because I'm going to be looking at this one, but it's going to be opposite. It's going to be the white is going to make the hook on this one. And so I'm going to iron these open. And then I'm going to put this one here and turn this one like this. And there's my white hook. And now I can go ahead and sew this together. So you'll get one of each of these from your Easy 8. Each of these little blocks takes 4 blocks. And you just want to make sure the only thing you have to worry about on these blocks is this little center seam right here. And even that doesn't matter too much, because when you open it up, it's not anything that's really lining all up. All right, so here's our little white hook. So let's take a look at this quilt behind me, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hooks all the way across here. But look at every other one. One is the color, one is the white, one is the color, one is white. We staggered them because we just thought it would be fun, and it has an awesome look to it. There are also 10 rows down. So this is a pretty big quilt. Now I told you I love this fabric, but I want you to think this would be an awesome quilt for a fisherman, be an awesome quilt. I mean, just think about all the possibilities that you could do with these hooks. And I am totally hooked on half square triangles, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.